So I'm about to just send some more emails to an organisation and to different newspapers to see if they would be interested in me, in my testimony to the street event on Saturday. Yes, I've been up all morning just trying to sort out a few things, sort out the t-shirts, been in contact with a few of the women, just trying to get things done really. So yeah, I'm just trying to send out these emails. I'm hoping Saturday will be good and that that at least somebody's life will be touched. And I am excited, but I think at the moment I'm just contemplating and in a mood of reflection about everything. But I'll probably touch in again tomorrow. And yeah, I hope we'll see if anybody's interested in seeing what we're doing. Okay. Evening everybody, hope that you're well. So I'm just about to wind down now from the day. It's been so busy. I've just been preparing all the stuff for the testimony to the street event tomorrow and working on my next video. So I've done one video already today about dealing with a bad day. Excuse the hat, I'm just really, this is like my comfort blanket. So I'm just sitting here in my hat, just doing my little bits and pieces. But yeah, I've just finished a video called Dealing with a Bad Day. So I'm going to put that one out tomorrow. Just finished spending time praying and worshipping God this morning. It's now 8 o'clock on Saturday the 3rd of June. You know, all that I'm doing is not about me. It's about helping other people, because you know God wants people to be free from sexual abuse, from the secrecy and shame, the desolation that it leaves behind. So today this is where I'll be talking from when I share my testimony, after I share my story. It's all about people being set free from sexual abuse. It's all about lives being changed. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen today. But I'm honoured to be in this position where I can share my story, because it was never always like this. So I thank you, Lord. Back everybody to the Daughter Arise channel. Yes, I finally did it. Last Saturday we finally did the testimony to the street event. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I actually did it. I mean, it's just sinking in right now. It was absolutely amazing, as you can see from the previous footage, and I didn't get a lot, so please forgive me, but as you can see from the little footage I shared, I actually told my story on the streets of Brixton. Leading up to the event, I was a little bit nervous, but the morning of the event, I got up, I spent time just praying and worshipping God, and I just felt complete peace. I felt complete peace. There was no nerves. There was a silent determination within me that I needed to do it and that I was going to do it. And from when my mind was set, it just went completely according to plan. So I left the house around 10, about 10:30, and drove down to Brixton. We met down outside the Ritzy. I think it was about 10:15. We met outside the Ritzy, and we, six of us, we met, we talked about the day. I gave them just a little brief about what to expect, because I had done leafleting myself in Brixton many times. And you know, we set up the stands. Now, it was a little bit windy, and the bottom of the stands kept blowing over. And just for a small second, I was thinking, oh my gosh, this is not starting well. But you know, we worked together as a team. We decided to take the bottom of the stand off and stand it up against the actual gates, and that seemed to work. And we just got to it. There was 5 of us, so I split up everybody. One worked in a pair, and we were just giving out leaflets from different directions. Well, they gave out the leaflets, and I spoke. And I just want to take a moment here to thank the 5 ladies who did this event with me. Dolores, Nishi, Pauline, Julie and Andrina. I really just want to thank you ladies for what you've done for me and for supporting me. They really got behind me as a leader. They really looked at things from a different angle where I was preparing and kind of gave suggestions. We gave out over 600 leaflets in Brixton. I think it was near enough 700, you know, that the ladies gave out while I talked. The speaking experience in itself was really kind of surreal because it's not something I'd ever done before, as you know. I have done over 40 speaking events since I have been doing inspirational speaking, and that's been over 6 years now. And that is an amazing number in itself because, as many of you know, I actually still work a paid job besides doing Daughter Arise, and also soon to be doing my own thing as a self-employed person. So to do the talking events, and that's not including book signings or radio or media interviews. So I've had a lot of experience in speaking publicly, but to speak on the streets of Brixton, you have all these other things that you have to remember, that adds to the situation. So obviously we have traffic, the noise of traffic, and you know, I started speaking at 11 a.m. and it was fairly okay, but by 1 p.m. the noise levels in Brixton were really, really high. Also as well, the difference between public speaking in an environment like a group setting or to an audience in a specific venue is that everybody is sitting in one place, so nobody's walking up and down. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. You tell you say what you have to say, and then you move on. But because of how it was in Brixton, obviously you've got people crossing the roads all the time, walking past all the time. I had to keep saying keywords like childhood sexual abuse and keep going in and out of my story, and also give facts about sexual abuse, plus talk about its effects. And I had to keep doing like a continuous repetitive system, because every new batch of lights that would stop for people to cross, a new batch of people would come, and then I'd have to pick up the story again. And it was no easy feat. The first hour I found okay. We took 2 15-minute breaks in each hour, well 10-15-minute breaks, where all of us ladies got back together. I bought some snacks and drinks for the ladies. We'd have a little break. We'd talk about, each of us, about how it was going, the interesting conversations we had with people. There were people who worked in TV that took a card. There were we had an offer of a venue to use for free for our Daughter Arise events, which I am already in the process of setting up and thinking about what we're going to have there. Other people spoke to people who had been through it, and it was really interesting because when I was doing that speaking event, I didn't really get a chance to engage with a lot of people. I did get a few people come up to me in mid-flow to talk to me, ask me how they could get involved, asked me about specifically about the people that I helped, and I was more than happy to stop, to speak to them, to engage with them, and just really let them know that Daughter Rise is in the community to help the vulnerable. There was a bench to the side of me where I was speaking, and one of the few things I did observe was some people who went past me, up past KFC, down the high street, would come back and sit down right on that bench. And I had a real sense that a lot of people around there who had stopped had been through sexual abuse. I'm able to pick up on it. Don't ask me how, but I have a sense when people have been through it, and people don't necessarily have to share words that they have been through it. There was a real sadness in some of the people that stopped, and I saw it in their eyes. But I didn't really make much eye contact with a lot of people. I was just in the zone, focused on delivering the message, telling people that about my story, what happened to me as a child, how it affected my life. I told people about Jesus Christ. That is why I was able to stand there so boldly and tell them about what I'd been through, how Jesus had helped restore my life, about what Daughter Arise wanted to do in the community. Because I think for a lot of people, and from the feedback I got from the ladies, is that a lot of people didn't really know that Daughter Arise was really doing this in the community. And, they were really, really kind of supportive. They were saying it's a fantastic thing that we were doing to keep up the good work. And, it was really encouraging. We didn't have no bad experiences, apart from a couple I got told to F off. When I started to talk about paedophiles, and I was talking about the fact that if you're somebody doing this thing to your children, it's against the law, it's not right, and even if it's ran in your family for generations, it's still a crime. Some people were a bit upset by that, but I just let the chips fall where they lay, because this is what God has called me to do, and I felt the full protection of his hand upon me as I was sharing. I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel any way about talking about it, because God gave me the boldness to do it. So I did it. There was somebody else who was quite brazen, who tried to grab the megaphone off me and tell me, give me that megaphone. And I told him, I looked in his face and said, no, you're not getting the megaphone. And, one of my volunteers, one of my sisters with me, she also told him the same thing. And, after a while, he just went off because, he had no choice to, basically. But it was a fantastic experience. All the ladies just showed so much enthusiasm. We were up for the cause. We were up for it, and none of us had done this before. We completely stepped outside of our comfort zones to do this, and it was exhilarating and it was exciting, and beat sitting, doing things that just don't have anything to do with life. It was about making a real impact and having real meaning. Now, Brixton blog were meant to come down and cover us doing the Testimony to the Street event. I don't know what happened. They did email a couple of days later and said they still would like to cover the story, so I'm going to send that story into them, so they'll probably do a piece on that. Also, as well, I've been invited by Premier Radio, Christian Radio again, to come and share about the Testimony to the Street event in a couple of weeks' time. So I will let you guys know about that. But overall, it was an amazing, amazing, amazing experience. And all of us ladies are in agreement that we are going to do it again. So we are going to go into another area, hopefully in July or August. And we're probably going to go into Peckham to share my story again. Now, Peckham to Brixton is a completely different kettle of fish. The people up there are a little bit more harder to engage with, because I've also done leafleting up there. But we're undeterred. We feel that this is a worthwhile cause, a worthwhile project, and we are going to go forward in doing it. The ladies were white, black, Asian. None of us had worked together before, but all of them knew me through, different scenarios and relational ties. They had never worked or been around each other before, but all of us worked together in a team, you know, different races, ages, religions, all working together with the common cause. And as I said, I've done a blog post called Courage. So please go to my website and check out my Hope in the Future blog. And I did briefly mention there about, you know, the powerful visual effect for the public seeing a different diverse group of women coming together for a common cause such as sexual abuse. Is really powerful in itself because it shows them that sexual abuse doesn't just affect one race, one community, it affects people across all communities. And I hope, if anything, that is something that the people who saw us stand there for the 2 hours can take away from what we have done. That it is a crime, it is a problem that affects all communities. I mean, it was a fantastic event, and after speaking for so long, my voice was hoarse on Saturday. I had a bit of a sore throat, I was tired as well, you know, for the majority of the day and the Sunday as well. But I still got up, I still went to church on the Sunday, I still got on with my life, you know. And if having just a little coarse throat was the price to pay for it, then, well, you know, it's nothing really. So, you know, we had some fantastic conversations. We made contact with so many people, and you know, the seeds have been sown now. You know, over 600 leaflets have been given. You know, whoever's going to get in contact, you know, that is not really for me to know, because, you know, God, I believe, has orchestrated the whole thing. So it has been fantastic to step out of my comfort zone and do this, and it has made me think really differently about my life now. You know, I really believe that I can go out and do so many things, and you know, I've just grown in confidence, I think, as well, because of it. And the ladies who I worked with have felt that this has really given them a confidence boost as well. So, you know, I just want to thank you all again for donating to the cause and helping me to deliver such an impactful project. You know, I didn't feel ashamed, I didn't feel anything, you know. So many people are commenting how brave I was. You know, I don't even feel brave. I just am a woman with a voice. I believe my voice can empower and impact and influence other people, and I'm going to use it to do that. That I believe that that is what I'm here to do. And I know my purpose and I know my calling, and that is to help those who are broken by abuse. So that is what I'm going to continue to do. So this was just a quick video just to let you know, it was a fantastic event, and we will be doing it again in August, and I will let you know details of that. The fantastic thing is, because we have all the equipment now, all I need to do is buy leaflets. So, you know, this is something we can take wherever we feel led to, and we will do it, you know, when we feel the time is right. And I will let you know the details of that. So thank you very much, everybody. And, you know, if you like this channel, please subscribe, you know, and share this video, share the videos on this channel with anybody you know who has been through sexual abuse. You know, what is wrong with sharing a video? Please share it. And also as well, subscribe to the channel and check out my website, Daughter Arise, which is www.daughterarise.org.uk. Us ladies at Daughter Arise are going to be doing other events, and, you know, keep an eye out for that. And, you know, we have a really interesting event coming up that we're going to get people involved in. So, you know, we will keep you informed. Have a lovely day, and thank you so much for all your support and help. Take care.